Hey everyone! Today I've got something special for you. A game that's been making waves lately. If you're into fast-paced shooters, Shatterline is definitely a game you need to check out. Shatterline is a fast-paced FPS that combines intense PvP battles with exciting co-op PvE missions. Set in a world under attack by an alien crystalline organism, you'll team up as unique operators to fight mutants, complete objectives, and save humanity, one bullet at a time. And you know what? You can jump right into the action by grabbing the game on the Epic Games Store. So, are you ready to see what all the buzz is about? Let's dive in and check it out together. But before we jump into our first expedition, let's take a quick look at the heroes, or rather, the operatives, we'll be playing as. There are 8 playable characters in Shatterline, which can be divided into 4 distinct classes. You've got the versatile troopers, the supports who keep the team alive, the exo-specialists armed with heavy firepower, and the recon class, home to masters of stealth and long-range attacks. This level of variety means there's something for everyone, no matter your playstyle. Now that we know our options, let's take a look at the gameplay and see what Shatterline has to offer. There are 5 game modes to explore, but I'll walk you through them right after we finish the tutorial. If you're launching Shatterline for the first time, I recommend starting with the first expedition. It's a training mission that walks you through all the essential mechanics you'll need to master the game. On the mission screen, you'll find a brief description and, importantly, the estimated duration. This one took me about 25 minutes, but the next was much longer. Keep that in mind, especially when teaming up with other players. Today, I'll be your guide and give you a quick, streamlined look at the game. For the first mission, you can choose one of 3 operatives, a trooper, an exo, or a recon. I don't think it'll surprise anyone that I'm going with Brisa, the sniper. After a short cutscene, we land in the impact zone, a large open map where we'll need to complete a series of tasks. After landing, one of the first things we learn is how to use the scanner. By pressing Z, we can activate it to create a marker on the map, guiding us to our next objective. This tool is essential for navigation, especially in the expansive impact zone. Now we can head to the salt deposit. Salt acts as the in-mission currency during expeditions. You'll use it to pay for actions at the communication device. Let's head straight there then. To activate the mule, simply hold down E. At the communication device, you have several options. You can request a supply drop, vote to extract from the mission, or, in a full expedition, select an additional objective to complete. For now, we're choosing the supply drop. Let's go grab some new gear. Finally. I don't know about you, but I've been waiting for this. It's time to have some fun. As you can see, the supply drop is surrounded by mobs. We'll need to clear them out before we can access the gear. Finally, with all the monsters defeated, we can see what's inside our supply bin. This time, we've got a choice between a weapon, an ability, and a buff. And while it's not the sniper rifle of my dreams, I'm going with this semi-automatic, because let's be honest, anything's better than a pistol. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but at the top center of the screen, there's a contamination indicator. Since it's rising quickly, we need to bring it down. To do that, we'll need to collect 30 salt to activate the decontaminator. Since the contamination has maxed out, we've received a negative debuff. Now a ball lightning will be following us around. Look, an anomaly just appeared on the screen. When you encounter one, make sure to shoot it down. Once we've collected enough salt, we can activate the decontaminator. Ha 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 ha. Did you really think it was going to be that easy? While the decontaminator is running, we'll need to defend it against waves of glass heads. One more thing, the more we use a weapon, the more we level it up, unlocking additional modifications. This works across all game modes. Alright, we've finished our task. Time to head back to the mule for the next one. The expedition maps aren't just big, they also feature verticality. To reach areas below us, we can use the zip lines. And you know what? They're just great. Maybe it's the smooth animation, but I really enjoy using them. I mentioned earlier that at the communication device, we can pick up additional contracts for the mission. Well, here's one of those cases. A clear sector boss encounter. Sounds epic. Oh, and we've just been given an additional task, reviving a fallen teammate. This is one of the mechanics we'll also be using in other PvE modes. It's time to face the boss. To activate the mission, 2 teammates need to stand inside the designated area.
Okay, team, let's do.
The objective for this quest is straightforward. Fill the crate with glass head materials. You'll be attacked from all sides by monsters, and the stronger ones will drop unstable samples. Unstable is the key word here. You'll need to pick them up before they disintegrate. Now, all that's left is to deposit them into the crate and repeat, all while trying to stay alive. And one more important thing, don't forget that ammo can run out. If that happens, you could find yourself in serious trouble. For me, this was the perfect moment to unleash my ultimate ability. You know what? It's absolutely devastating. I can't believe I didn't try it sooner. Once you deposit the third sample, the long-awaited boss, Adamant, will finally appear. And let me tell you, this guy is tough as nails. But guess what? I'm even tougher. Not only do you get plenty of rewards for defeating him, but a pod with extra gear also appears. So if you've got the time and the strength, it's definitely worth taking on additional assignments. All right, time to pack up and head home. Let me find the nearest mule. Keep in mind that in the training mission, I can make this decision on my own. On a real expedition, extraction requires a majority vote. As you probably suspected, it's not going to be that easy. Sure enough, the extraction point is guarded by enemies. Thankfully, as soon as we take down the last one, the expedition comes to an end. Now it's time for a quick recap. Notice how many different types of objectives expeditions can offer. The tutorial only gave us a glimpse of what's out there. After each match, regardless of the game mode, you're presented with a summary of your performance. First, you'll see your badges, earned experience, and shards. As far as I know, badges don't have any in-game use. They're more of a way to summarize how you performed during the match. Next, there's a summary of how much progress you've made in leveling up your weapon specializations. Finally, you'll see your task progress and the rewards earned, along with your season pass progression. If you've earned any booster crates, they'll be opened immediately. The boosters you receive can be selected for your next expeditions. You'll also be able to read their detailed descriptions before queuing up for a mission. If you've been wondering what shards, spores, and other unusual resources are for, now's the time to use them. The game features character progression and skill trees for unlocking additional abilities. This means you can develop your operatives to better suit your playstyle. The cost for each upgrade is shown on the right side under the description and is paid using those resources. Keep in mind, though, that the resource pool is shared among all operatives, so you don't have to upgrade the one you just played with. Let's take a look at the other tabs on our operator's card. Let's start with the equipment. Here, you can set up your operator's default loadout. It's especially worth checking this tab when you find and level up a higher tier weapon. Now, let's move on to the Cosmetics tab. As you might expect, this is where you can customize your operator's appearance by equipping the cosmetic items you've collected. It's worth mentioning that the first cosmetic items can be earned from the free section of the Season Pass. Now that we know everything about the operatives, let's take a look at the Armory. This is where you can check your proficiency level with each weapon type. Here, you can also customize each weapon by selecting unlocked attachments. You earn these by leveling up the weapon, as well as skins, paints, and other purely decorative elements. Now that we've got all this knowledge, let's go back and take a closer look at the available game modes. First up, Expeditions. After completing the training expedition, you'll unlock regular expeditions. This is a PvE mode where you team up with other players to complete various missions on an open map, similar to the starter mission. The key difference this time is that you can equip the boosters you've earned. Next is the Campaign mode, a single-player experience filled with stunning visuals and cinematic moments. It offers a rich storyline that immerses you in the Shatterline universe, combining breathtaking locations with intense gameplay. This mode is perfect for players who love a deeper look into the lore beyond the PvE and PvP missions. The Campaign mode currently consists of 17 missions, offering plenty of content to explore. The next game mode is Episodes. These are similar to the Campaign as they are standalone stories that contribute to the overarching Shatterline lore. The key difference is that Episodes are cooperative missions for a team of 3 players. Each mission is available for a limited time before being replaced by the next one. And finally, the 2 modes I barely need to mention, Versus and Ranked. These are the PvP modes that draw hordes of players to the game. Whether it's sneaking across rooftops for the perfect vantage point, flanking enemies for a satisfying backshot, or dodging the chaos of endless grenades, PvP has something for everyone. In my case, though, it usually just means racking up an absurd number of deaths. To sum up, I didn't even plan on playing Shatterline. I've said more than once that FPS games aren't really my thing, but after some convincing from friends, I gave it a shot and I don't regret it one bit. Shatterline is a highly polished game with stunning graphics, smooth animations, and fast-paced action. On top of that, it offers such a variety of gameplay modes that there's truly something for everyone. I'm absolutely loving the PvE modes. I'll definitely play through the campaign too, as the first few missions have already hooked me into exploring the game's story. My only critique is one that applies to many games of this type. When queuing solo for PvE, you might end up with players who rush ahead, ignoring the team, or others who just stay at the spawn and don't participate at all. As for non-ranked PvP, either I'm catastrophically bad, or I got matched against players so skilled they completely wiped the floor with me. If there were a way to balance matchmaking a bit better, I think the game could keep me hooked for much longer. That said, I wholeheartedly recommend Shatterline. I believe this game will only continue to grow in popularity as it offers truly thrilling and fast-paced gameplay. Plus, the world it's set in practically begs to be explored further. That's all for today. Did you enjoy the video? If so, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, or share it with others. Also, be sure to follow my channel for more videos featuring games in the Web3 space. For now, take care, and I'll see you next time.